Hi, welcome to number 4 of Survival Guide for Changing Times. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about unexpected change. Oh my goodness, unexpected change. Everybody is having problems with unexpected change, including my dog Yoda. um, yeah, so I mentioned on the last video that unexpectedly I had my schedule to post daily, and for 2 days Yoda got really sick, and so I had to take care of him. Anyways, he's better, yay! So let's see. Um, Unexpected change. So unexpected change is obviously everywhere right now, and people are really having a lot of people are having a really hard time with unexpected change. So it depends on what kind of person you are. So something I've noticed, and again, I've noticed with clients I've talked to, is all these changes are affecting people so unpredictably. And, each individual can't even predict how they're going to respond to these crazy unexpected changes every 5 minutes. So there's two kinds of people really. One kind of person tends to really like spontaneity. And people who like spontaneity tend to be better with change than people who like predictability. And there's people who are much more comfortable when they have, really their routine, and they stick with their routine and they stick with their schedule, and they feel much better when they do that. And those types of people, a lot of times, really have a problem when there's surprises. They get upset, and it disrupts them and takes them off center when there's a surprise. And they tend to be people that are not very spontaneous. So then if we go back to people who are good with spontaneity, I'm finding those people that are good with spontaneity are the people who are not having as difficult of a time with these changes. So, so I don't know which type of person you are. However, you know what kind of person you are. And I just want to talk about a few things that go with each personality type, and I think will be very helpful. So let's see. Oh, okay. So if you're somebody who has difficulty with unexpected change, what I'm finding is my clients that fall into this category, they are really having a hard time. Some people are telling me that they're more depressed than they've ever been. Some people are telling me they have more anxiety than they've ever had. Some of them are telling me they have overwhelming grief, and the grief is like paralyzing kind of grief, like really, really intense grief. And so much so that it's paralyzing, and they're just like, it's like aliens on their face, just bam, like that. And they can't feel like they can't free themselves from it. So, again, I don't know which category you fall into, but anything that's fear based at all is super challenging right now. It's not challenging, it's as if anything that's fear based, it's as if it is it's just gripping, and it's almost like resisting, and whenever we resist, things persist. So if you can imagine going down a whitewater rapid, right? When you go down a whitewater rapid, there is nothing you can do except be completely utterly in present time, moment to moment to moment to moment, in present time, and go with that rapid. Now, if you've never been caught in a big wave and under it and swept by it, or if you've never been swept into the rapids in a really powerful river, if you've never experienced that, what happens is if you resist it, that water can just feel like it's tearing you apart limb from limb. And if you surrender and you flow with it like water, what happens is you kind of like pop up and float up to the surface and you flow with that rapid. And what I'm noticing since the very first day that they put in the shelter in place order, I woke up and I went, oh, water. I have to be like water. Wow. And so when I realized that, that also requires totally being in present time and not futuring and not pasting, thinking fear about the past or fear about the future and whatever. Anything other than being in present time can really cause you crazy problems right now, more than any other time since I've been alive. And so if you're in that category that you're having fear about your future, fear about your job, baseline survival stuff, which I understand is totally real in terms of, oh my gosh, I can't pay my rent, I can't buy groceries, whatever. That is very intense. However, what I find, oh, there's a little red hummingbird out my window. What I find is that no matter what the situation is, when we can be with it the best we can in present time, and then we bring the gratitude present for what we do have, it's unbelievable how unexpected miracles can happen. So it could even be something like your neighbor coming over and bringing you a big basket full of food. It could be, I don't know, so many different things that are unexpected that support you. And when we stay gripped in fear with that alien on our face, it's like it blocks any positive thing that would come in. So what's really important right now is to do our best to manage our mind and how we come to this situation. Now, in emergencies like this, it's also really important when it's time to do this to just chop wood, carry water. That's it. Period. That's it. Chop wood, carry water. And when that's what we do in an emergency, we're not thinking about how screwed up this is or, any of that stuff. We just have to chop wood, carry water, and get it done. And that is required in these times right now. So let's see here. If you are, and what I'm finding fascinating is if you're someone who really appreciates spontaneity, what I'm finding is that the people in this category are just doing pretty well, and some are even thriving, and they feel it's rejuvenating and refreshing, actually, to flow with it. And that's what I'm personally experiencing. That when I kind of went, oh, just like I have to surrender, I've just done better and better and better each day. So this, this sounds like it's contrary to what it may be contrary to what I talked about in episode 1 and 2, which is schedule, 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 schedule. Now, both things are true. There's make your to-dos, schedule, for the week, schedule for the day, and put your to-dos in there. So there's that. And then side by side with that is being like water. And so unexpected things will present themselves right now. Like, period. They just will present themselves. And when unexpected things present themselves, we just have to go with that. And so we've got our schedule and our to-dos and what we want to do. And when something unexpected presents itself, we just have to tend to it. And those things that are our to-dos, they're not going anywhere. They're just going to sit there and wait for you. It's like the pause button gets pushed. So they're not going anywhere. They're just sitting there waiting. So that's actually what happened to me in the last 2 days when I had to take care of my dog and I couldn't do the posting that I had scheduled. And I was kind of, first like, oh gosh, feeling a little stress about that I had said I would post one the next day and I didn't. And then also the next day I thought I would and I couldn't. And then on the second day when it happened and my dog was still sick, I just went, okay, no worries. It's going to be waiting for me and I'm just going to have to do it, when I can resurface to it. And I did not know when I would be able to resurface to it. I didn't know when my dog would be better. So anyhow, interestingly, I surrendered to that, and today my dog is much better, so I'm able to do the post. So that's kind of a good example of, what you resist persists, and surrendering, allows you to be fluid like water. And as much as you can do that right now, be in present time and fluid like water, as much as you can do that, the easier time you're going to have with all these changes. And the less you can do that, the harder time you're going to have with all these changes. It's going to get very, very difficult. And in fact, it's going to get so difficult that it will literally take you down if you do not surrender to it. It will take you down and it will bring you to your knees if you keep thinking you can fix it and change it. You can't. Right now, you can't change how many people are dying. You can't change how many people are hospitalized. You can't change any of it. And since you can't, we feel out of control and it's scary. However, when we can come to it in a way in present time and be like water, you'll have a much stronger sense of well-being and way lower or no anxiety and way fewer upsets. And you'll do much better with all the people around you. You'll do much better with your family, and your head will just be in a better place so that then you can create better things. Now, if you're in a fear place with all that other stuff, it actually will make you less productive. It's destructive, and it will make you less productive. It'll make it harder and harder and harder to get done what you want to get done if you are resisting this. It'll make it hard to focus, hard to concentrate, upset, anxiety, all these things that you probably don't want. So that's my, best recommendation for having an easier time dealing with this crazy, rapidly changing time we're in. And then every day we hear something different from that man in the White House, and he says something different every day, and it's inconsistent because it's not based on a big overall plan. It's just based on what he's wanting to do. So, to change the news cycle that day. So it's very confusing. And all the people in Florida, all the people in New Orleans, they're all talking about, oh my God, we didn't have leadership. We didn't know we were supposed to not have Mardi Gras. We didn't know we weren't supposed to go on spring break on the beach. And now New Orleans, as of yesterday, is the highest per capita of coronavirus in the world. And the cases are more faster every day than any other place, even in China. So, and they don't know why, but, you know, a carrier in that area is on average infecting 3 to 4 people a day, and they don't know why. It's way more than any other place. So, given that, and all how rapid the changes are, and the confusion, which creates anxiety, the uncertainty, which creates anxiety, I'm telling you, there is nothing to do except be in present time and be like water. So, okay, that's what I wanted to cover today. Those are all the most helpful things to maybe, help you, have more peace. So, and also to be far more effective with everything you're doing. And so, you schedule and then you surrender. You turn it over, you surrender, and you just go, okay, I got my schedule and I got to go with it like water. And if I can't get it done today, it's going to be waiting for me. So I don't have to worry about it. I'll just come back to it when I can. All right. Thanks for joining. And let's see here. Tomorrow, posting number 5, I'm not sure what I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, I'll know tomorrow. So in the meantime, please like, comment, and share if you found this helpful. And also, if you want to learn more about my services that are all helpful for, your mental health, your well-being, you can go to my website, denisesims.com, and you can learn more about my services. And what you'll see is a website that says Samaxian Coaching. And that's my site, but it's really easy to remember, denisesims.com. That also goes to my site. It's all now in one site. So feel free to check it out and kind of tootle around there and maybe learn some new things. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.